Welcome to Talking Pop Culture. We're finally back. Man, we had a 2-week lockdown. I then got sick for about 2.5 weeks. So that's why there's been no activity on the channel. But we're back. Mark from Comics in God We Trust is back with me.
Good to be back.
It's good to be back, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, it's been,
Let's get back to normal.
Freaking, we're finally out of a lockdown. I can't say why because then we'll get freaking flagged because you're not allowed to talk about certain things on social media these days. But yes, we went to a 2-week lockdown in Melbourne, even though we had less than 10 cases. But anyway, we're back. We're going to go top 5 DC superheroes. Our top 5 DC superheroes.
Our opinions, yep.
So we'll start off with our number 5s, and then go to our 4, and then go to our 3, 2, and then our favourite. And if we can, we will explain why. But Mark, who have you got at your number 5?
My number 5. So my top 5, you'll probably see a bit of a trend that I'm into a little bit of a different sort of comic book characters, kind of strange, a bit more dark. So I'm going to start off with Zatanna at number 5. Yeah. I love Zatanna.
My mate will love it because she is a massive Zatanna fan. Can't wait for the Justice League Dark film to come with her. But what do you enjoy?
I just sort of, after reading Justice League Dark, Ram V and James Tynion version and stuff like that, and I've read a few others, she's just really interesting. The backstory of her father and her mother's part Homo Magi, they call it? Yeah. So she's half Homo Magi and then part just a magician with her dad and good powers, and it's always a pretty tragic story.
Yeah.
But and just how she says stuff backwards, she looks awesome.
Mate, when reading the comics, there's the one thing I hate when I read the comics, and she's doing her magic spells, and I'm like, frick now, I gotta read
most
this
of the time
backwards.
I just guess or just wait till the next panel and you figure it out. Like there was one time in the Justice League Dark, it was a really cool moment that Upside Down Man came up and she goes, it says whoop. And you see her, she's pointing the gun like that, and you realise when it's backwards, it's pew pew.
Yeah.
And a big gun peers up from behind her and just blows him away. And I'm going, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And she was good in Smallville. I liked her in Smallville as well. They've done a good portrayal of her in there. All right, my number 5, the Boy Scout, Superman. Mm-hmm. You'll be surprised if my number 1 and even probably number 3, but Superman, he obviously, when you're a young kid, kind of starts it all for you. Grew up watching the Christopher Reeves Superman. I've watched that millions of times, but my number 1, I'll explain why when we get to it. But yeah, Boy Scout, the boy in blue, Superman.
He's very inspirational.
He's
the perfect being, but he's not a human.
Yeah, exactly right. But I just, I like my more, I'm not saying doesn't have a tragic backstory, but, he's just so powerful,
Could be worse than he is, and
he's
not. Yeah.
I don't want to give away my other ones, but I like the guys that don't have kind of superpowers and that, fight. And Superman, that's why I got him number 5.
The street level guys. Yeah.
He can overpower anyone, obviously, unless Kryptonite's involved. But number 4, who you got?
I have got Batman, number 4. So, it's just where it all starts, I guess. Everybody's love is Batman, and he looks cool. Got great villains. Yeah. Tragic backstory. He's a street sort of street hero. Sorry, and it's just
they're bringing out a which I can't wait. I've put it down on my list. I think it's in October. Batman. Continue on from Tim Burton's Batman. Harvey Dent.
I've seen the artwork to that.
Yeah, I put that on my pull list.
What's his face? Orlando in Star Wars, they did Two-Face because he was meant to be.
Because he was going to, because in the movie he doesn't become Two-Face, but in this comic, I'm guessing he's going to become Two-Face. So I've definitely put that down. They've also done the Superman one, but I didn't put that down in my pull list. But my number 4 is kind of nearly there, but not Nightwing. Love the character. Love Dick's, past backstory, of his family, and then Batman obviously taking him in. Absolutely love him in the Titans TV show. I think they're doing a brilliant job. I didn't really like it when they made him Grayson in the comics, and he lost his memory in that. I didn't like that part of him, but just Nightwing does have a lot of great stories, especially in the Teen Titans.
Really starting to grow now.
Yeah, he's starting to get big. I really hope he gets a movie. Yeah. I think he'll probably get a Netflix TV show or something, but obviously been in Titans. But I want more Nightwing. Nightwing. Who you got number 3?
Number 3, I got the Flash, but I got Barry Allen Flash. So I know most people always say Wally is their Flash, and I understand that. Wally is probably the better Flash. Well, he's faster. He's more. He just looks the part a bit better. But Barry, I like how he's kind of awkward. He's nerdy. And just his backstory too, if his mum getting murdered, and then dad going to jail, and then him becoming part of the police. And so, and I really fell in love with Barry when it was Blackest Night. And just how hopeful he was, the whole thing. Everybody's dying around him and stuff like that, and he just kept them together. He ended up getting the blue ring as well, the Ring of Hope. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's a great character.
Yeah, I like Barry.
Who's in my list, but not not my number 3. My number 3 is Green Arrow. Love Robin Hood as a kid, so I always see a lot of similarities in Green Arrow. Not saying he steals from the rich or whatnot, but just the way he looks and the whole. I love the bow and arrow, and then obviously Arrow really like. I've got some old Green Arrow comics that I read, but I wasn't really much of a big fan of him. I read his stuff. I liked his stuff. It wasn't honestly until Arrow came that I thought, Stephen Amell done a really good job and made me fall even more in love with the character. So that's why I've got him at number 3.
Nice.
Number 2.
Number 2, I have got Nightwing.
Nightwing.
So, kind of the same reasons you are. And he's he's had the tragic background, but unlike Batman, he's been able to deal with it a little bit better. Like, he goes out and he has a life as well, and he has relationships. He's almost slept with almost every... Well, he's been with every DC female character going around almost. And he's just a really nice bloke. And stuff like that. And, same as what you said. We want more Nightwing. He's really developing. And
Definitely. My number 2 is Batman. Besides who my number 1 is, Batman was something I grew up non-stop. Loved Tim Burton's Batman. Loved Batman Returns. I didn't like... What's the one with Mr. Freeze? Is that Batman and Robin?
Yeah, yes.
Didn't like that one. And then there was Batman Forever, which I didn't mind.
I like that.
I didn't mind that one, but the one thing, it was the Batman animated series. Really I've got some old detective comics from back in the days, and it wasn't until the animated series was just the thing. And I believe they've continue on. They're doing a new animated series that's going to continue on. But, man, the Batman animated series is, to me, hands down, the greatest animation show that we've had. So that's 100%. My number 2. So who have you got at your number 1?
Yeah, well, I guess this also goes with the theme weird. But actually, number 1, and to be honest, it's not even close. It's Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing? That's right, way out there.
Yeah. I love... Mainly, I like the idea of Swamp Thing in general, but just the stories that connect with him are they're weird, but they're horror stories. And I even like in the new Ram V stuff where now he's kind of like the Hulk. He can change back to human, and he can go to Swamp Thing. And I mean, it's only 4 issues in, but I'm really enjoying that. And the Alan Moore run was just it was really amazing. Well written, and you dive deep into Swamp Thing and just the stories that happen with him. And I really loved the TV show too.
He's probably the one character that I have not read. I honestly have read every character that there is with DC, and that is one series I've never jumped on, and I might have to jump onto it if it's your number 1.
It's you got to be prepared for some weirdness, but
weirdness stuff
it's out there. He doesn't do a heck of a lot, and when he does, he's obviously ultra powerful. But just the stories that connect with him I really like. And I'm a Justice League Dark fan, obviously, because I like Zatanna as well, and I love Constantine and Deadman and stuff like that. So, that sort of genre in comics I like. So, I don't think he'd be on many people's top 5. But I think if people like him, he might be. But
well, there you have it, guys. Swamp Thing, number 1. Mark's favourite.
Your number
1. My number 1 is The Flash. It's probably a bit of a deep, emotional story of why it's The Flash. So my parents got divorced when I was 10 years old, I think, 9 years old. And if people remember, in 91, with John Wesley Schnipp, there was a Flash TV show. The only memory I have from up until I was 9 years old, where my parents were together, my only memory that I ever had was me running. I had the Flash outfit, and I would always run it. I'd run in my backyard pretending I was the Flash.
Yeah, perfect.
That's why it's, I tell people sometimes when they're like, why is the Flash the number one hero? I go, it's not the stories, it's more because it's just a childhood memory that...
You go to that place.
Yeah, it's the only time I remember, because obviously my parents divorced, I don't talk to each other at all. It's the only time I remember having a normal kind of... Not saying it's not normal to have divorced families, but, just something, it was just the only time I could remember when my family were actually all together, laughing and enjoying things. The only memory I have was just running in the backyard, the Flash, my mum saying, come in, dinner time, run inside, and then dinner's on the table, mum, dad, my sister. Unfortunately, my little brother wasn't thought of then. And yeah, that's why the Flash is my favourite hero. Whether we say Barry or Wally, obviously it was Barry back then.
Yeah.
But Wally, I have grown on and really, really loved Wally.
They're both great.
Both great characters, but yeah, the Flash is just something that, it's why I get very passionate. Like, a lot of people, when I talk a lot of crap about the TV show, they get on my back about it, and it's like, well, I give the tough love to the Flash. The same as the comic series right now. I'm not enjoying it.
Yep.
And it's like Joshua Williamson gave us a real good one. Even the New 52 was really, really good. Mm-hmm. And people like you really criticize, the Flash really bad. But that, like I said, that's because it's that tough love. Like, it's something I really enjoy and something I love. But yeah, the Flash, hands down, my number one hero. So guys, let us know in the comment section below, what is your top 5. Would you have Swamp Thing in your top 10?
Is there any of you out
top
there?
5? Is there any of you having your top 10? Let us know in the comment section below. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. We're going to be back with another video with our top 5 villains, which will obviously come out tomorrow following this video for DC. And then, we'll have our top 5 Marvel heroes and villains as well coming. We've got plenty more content. We're back.
Stay tuned.
We're back. Thank God. Thanks for watching, guys. Please, wherever you are in the world, take care of yourself and each other. See ya.
See ya.